On this channel, we're no stranger to old servers. From the streams I've tried on Escape Restart, to the mini-series on Minecraft Online, which I promise I'll probably update in the future, it's been a tradition for over a year now to check in on some of the oldest servers still around to preserve their history to the best of our abilities. Now, throughout my time making videos about the oldest servers, I've seen an argument come up again and again. Most people have narrowed it down to just two, being Nerd.nu and Minecraft Online. Nerd.nu launched way back in June 2009, but has constantly reset and shut down over the last 12 years. Minecraft Online, on the other hand, launched about a year later when survival multiplayer was released, but has been running the same map non-stop for over a decade. Players argue back and forth about whether their favorite server truly holds the claim to being the oldest server around. But what if I told you there was a third, nearly unknown server in the competition? A survival server that launched the same day as Minecraft Online, but running a world that started months earlier. In this episode of Minecraft Uncovered, we're going to be exploring the story of Novylen, an ancient, forgotten Minecraft server that just might be considered the oldest around. Before we get into anything, I have to give a few important shoutouts. Firstly, to For Unto Christ, a moderator of Minecraft Online that let me know about the server several days ago. I also want to thank Dograph, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, a moderator of Novylen, for inviting my friend in the first place. And finally, I want to thank Saplo, another smaller YouTuber that recently brought some attention to the server and really got the ball rolling. Honestly, prior to Saplo's video, Novylen was virtually unknown. For most of the day, it was completely empty, and the server would peak at a player count of 5. But today, because of his contributions to the community, the server is averaging around twice that. Definitely check him out if you're interested in anything regarding Novylen. He actually just posted another video interviewing the owner of the server. But speaking of Novylen, what actually is it? How did it begin? How has it evolved? And most importantly, how haven't we heard of it? Well, there's certainly a bit of a story. Let's take a trip down memory lane. August 3rd, 2010. Minecraft 1.0.15 had just released, the newest iteration of survival mode. Build 15 wasn't a huge update to the game, mainly just bringing bug fixes, crafting changes, small things. But among the small things was this, a conspicuous IP address field on the main screen of the game. Now, by this point in the game's development, multiplayer wasn't unheard of. There had been unofficial creative tests in Minecraft Classic since May of 2009, and Notch had even opened a server for survival testing over the last few weeks. But never before did it seem like Minecraft was close to officially supporting user-run multiplayer. The only question now was when. There wasn't any sort of server software or tutorial on how to get a server up and running. All that we could see was a text field that was, so far, pretty useless. But the Minecraft community wouldn't have to wait much longer. On August 4th of 2010, the 1-year anniversary of the first survival test, survival multiplayer officially released to the public, and hundreds of players rushed to set up their very own server to share with friends or even open to the public. Among these were some of the biggest names in the history of Minecraft multiplayer. Names like Minecraft Online, which is generally considered the oldest Minecraft server, and Crazy Fools UK, a lesser known server that had risen to the top back in the day. But they weren't the only ones. In fact, even on the Crazy Fools UK website, you can catch a glimpse of the Minecraft multiplayer scene on day one. Servers like Aunt Jemima's Homestyle Survival, an SMP just for screwing around, a partial anarchy server called Nafanya, and so on. Today, these servers have long since been forgotten, shutting down over a decade ago in most cases. But among these empty husks was a familiar name, Novylen. Launched at day one of the multiplayer release, Novylen grew quickly as one of the smoothest servers online at the time, and started getting tons of new players from server lists, forum posts, and friends sharing it with each other. But for a while, nothing really set Novylen apart. That was until August 28th with the release of Runecraft, the longest running Minecraft plugin which is still being updated to this day. Runecraft adds runic magic to the game, allowing players to teleport across the map, lift massive islands out of the ocean, clone their creations, build nearly invincible sets of gear, and much, much more. Back in 2010, the technology was pretty primitive as you can imagine, but you have to understand that the expectations were low. Nothing like this had ever been done before. In 2010, your idea of a plugin would be a few new commands for banning players or setting homes you could respawn at, not summoning an acid storm over your worst enemies. A project like Runecraft was practically unheard of, and it turned Novylen from a basic survival into an active war zone. It was chaos, with players running around at Mach speed in the hopes of finding weak new players to savagely murder and pathetic dirt huts they could destroy. But while I guarantee it was pretty crazy in these early days, today that history has disappeared. Aside from a few posts on the recently resurrected forum, the disorder of early Novylen has been lost to time. And after a few months, after newer servers and wilder game modes began to release, Novylen's player count slowly dropped lower and lower. Was this going to be the end? Well, of course not. I mean, come on, I'm playing on the server right now. It can't be Minecraft's oldest server if it doesn't exist anymore. But how did it survive? Well, to be honest, luck. Novylen had the perfect combination of luck and nostalgia to keep a small, loyal player base over the years. And when I say small, I mean small, 1 or 2 players on at a time. But it was enough to keep this piece of Minecraft history alive throughout the years. And even today, as we enter 2022, there are still players around from the start of the Novylen timeline. Players like Dograph and Doozy have stuck around for the last decade, several of them even becoming moderators of the server, and aside from the owner's good intentions, they're really all that's kept Novylen alive to this day. From 2011 through November of 2021, that's all they've had. Just a small group of maybe 100 or so players that would actively play the server, plus the rare visitor from some old Minecraft forum post, a YouTube video from 2011, or something else of the sort. But come late November of this year, that would all start to change. And this is where Saplo makes an appearance. Like myself, Saplo was no stranger to documenting Minecraft history, interviewing players of Sim PvP Anarchy, making his own alpha server, and even uploading a few MinecraftOnline videos over the years. Something was different this time around though. Something was special. This wasn't just some random server with a reputation for being old. This was a well-kept secret he had hidden away for over a year. And on November 27th, he revealed it in his first video since July. Minecraft's oldest unknown server. Now, Saplo is a smaller YouTuber, but this video did honestly pretty well. He got 500 views in under a week, numbers I could have only dreamed of having when my channel was the size of his. But more importantly, a few important figures took notice and began to spread the word. Moderators of MinecraftOnline, popular 2b2t YouTubers like DigMC and Fast Vincent, and even just regulars of the Minecraft history community began to share it with friends, post about it on their Discords, and invite anyone they could to populate this once wasteland of a server, and it worked. Right now, the server's healthier than it's been in years, and we just might be able to bring the story of Novylen to the masses. So, here I am, doing my part, 11 years after the launch of the server, to give the Minecraft community a glimpse into the mystery that is Novylen. Thanks for watching the video, and I really hope y'all enjoyed. I've been wanting to make another old server video for quite a while now, so I was super happy to get the news from 4 Unto Christ. Shout out to you, of course, and Dograph, since you're basically the reason that I'm here. And of course, shout out to Saplo as well, since he's the reason everybody else is here. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. He has 2 videos on the server already, and another one is premiering soon. But that's about all I've got to say, so yeah, thanks again and have a good one, guys. Peace.